could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be purple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be purple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be purple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days, these days.
Peace to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
These days, these days. These days, these days.
The snowflake fascination with what is your pronoun?
I am so unbelievably excited. The new world wants me to choose my own pronoun. I'm thinking he, she, a little bit boring, a bit classy. I'm thinking we or one, a little bit class, like the royal family, or ma'am or mom, your royal highness, HRH for short, dame. What's fancy being a dame? Or doctor. Doctor, can I be a doctor? I haven't been to medical school. Does that matter?
See how we thrive.
Alice
Life's
from
not
the
just about
circus
surviving,
and her
right?
lockdown plans.
My name is Alice. My parents own the circus, Rosa and Mac, who you've just met. No need to curtsy. I was a circus performer who grew up with 3 pet elephants, which may seem unusual until you consider my mother, Rosa, shared a caravan with a lovable tiger. I am a 6th generation circus performer myself. I can't imagine living my life any other way, like being in a suit in an office. I have been a hula hoop girl, aerial artist, clown, and I've been performing amazing stunts myself to please crowds since I was just 2 years old. I had an accident and I'm now wheelchair bound. In his old age, Dad, Mac, has become a bit forgetful and maverick, so I'm trying my best to steer the circus in the right direction and managing the various colourful, often troubled personalities our industry attracts. I am a strong, independent woman. I'm treading a tightrope, if you like, preserving the tradition and pageantry whilst trying to modernise the circus. Mental health, racism and purpose are themes that infiltrate my life. We need to talk about our feelings, right?
Oh, ain't that butterfly beautiful, I hear them say. But none of them are interested in the real me. They're just interested in the colours and the shapes and the glittery, fluttery wings. Do you know what? Sometimes I just want to put my face in the earth and do this. And you know what? Today I did. I don't give a monkeys. Some bloody dog trying to eat me. Piss off.
When mums
Like
try and be
bamba
cool.
dancing? Chill with the big boys? Hey kitty kitty? Bloody bloody blah. Drop cup? Hey? Who? See how the thing goes? How the thing goes?
First day back, one of the pupils has sent a SOS email to the school reception. Teachers who were furloughed, single, adjusting to working life again, and those slightly older teachers who had just been living with their cats for months on end needed re-socialising. Shapes! 3-sided, 4-sided, 5-sided, 6-sided, 7-sided, 8-sided, 9-sided, 10-sided decagon. 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, 7-sided,
Lucy, Vaccination Center Manager. End of Week 1 vaccination program. Flora on health and safety list.
Yes, I appreciate it is quite a long list. But the placard is there. So unless the disabled or elderly person can't read, then maybe just point at the sign. Yes, I think the most important thing, of course, is to check that they don't actually have COVID. Check that they don't have any symptoms of COVID itself, because we don't want them in the civic centre. But yes, I think I'd probably be inclined to point to the board and ask them, do they need a hand reading it? Yes, good idea.
So, in Germany, a driverless train hangs below its rail, taking people around at Dusseldorf Airport. Not underground, not overground, but above ground.
One of Henry VIII's wives speaks
Yes,
out.
Henry did oversee the closing of many religious organisations such as churches, monasteries and so on and so forth. He argued for a more cost-effective church, whereas he could take more of the money and build up his collection of palaces. I suppose he had a lot of ex-wives and various children along the way he had to provide for. Officials alleged that there were socially inappropriate things going on at many of the churches, monasteries and so on and so forth. Henry personally oversaw the closure of such organisations.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Just like animals.
Rats 2021.
Well, the waterways have been brilliant, particularly the toilet waterways. Lovely stuff, as they've all been working from home. Although a little bit more toilet roll than usual, but I've been using that for bedding and housing.
David Attenborough sends a postcard to Aliens by E.J. Bates. Almost extinct, in full camo gear, the book sits bolt upright, waiting for its prey. Meanwhile, its predators, their LinkedIn, noisy critters and pretty insolence roam the waste. Swans of ticks and tocs feast upon the leftovers, the next generation of creatures distant relatives. The book, meanwhile, quietly surveys the landscape. Maybe for weeks, months, years, until the prey swoops in, tentatively at first, pecking at the first page, and then another the book's wingspan increases. They are both in full flight. The noise of the prey, oh, it is heart-rendering. Ooh. Aha! Captured by its predator's claws, the book is there feasting, and even when the prey is getting busy. The prey works out and the last page will shake itself from its captor's claws. Then he disappears in full cover.
Feature promotion. Fiction based on a reality somewhere.
Hello children, or should I say mortgageteers. The head teacher over the pandemic has rewritten the curriculum and I'm now head of the mortgage club. Learning is fun, so we will learn together. 1.5 apparently is very competitive. Fixed or variable? But I guess 5 to 10 if you live somewhere like Kent. Still reading through all the blurb. Shall we start with a jammy dodger and a glass of juice?
Cheryl, I've had an idea. Look, no, I didn't have any luck. I contacted the executive producer
And as far as they are concerned, Heather Trott was dead, is dead, and will be dead, and they're not bringing your character back, your household name, and we need Cheryl Ferguson, your name, to be on everybody's lips. And I've had an idea. Do you know, like, what's his name, Barry, Sean Williamson and Ricky Gervais? I've had a brilliant idea. I'll be right back.
Boudicca led her army against the Romans, but her name comes from the word Buda, B-O-U-D-A, and this means victory. Who knew?
Cheryl Ferguson's agent. Chalmers.
Cheryl, I have managed to get you a role on a new series that's coming out, and you will be working for the god of comedy, the chief sitting bull, the creme de la creme, no, not Ricky Gervais, no, better than Ricky Gervais. I have got you a role in a series. No, not French and Saunders, it's better than French and Saunders. Catherine Bloody Tate. She met you at awards do years and years ago when she was an unknown, and you were really nice to her apparently, and she heard on the grapevine that you were looking for work, and she wants you just to play you.
So, here in the UK, geography for 5-year-olds. This is on the national curriculum. Nigeria. Africa is the second biggest continent in the world, it says, and then it goes on to say Nigeria is 4 times the size of the UK and lots of young people and children live there. Nigeria has some amazing places, talks about the rainforests, the river deltas, and it says, and I quote, it's full of crabs, fish, hippos and butterflies. Nigeria. Who knew?
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Amy. Just wanted to say, just got off the phone with Catherine Tate's people. They've changed it from Greece to West Side Story. Filming starts on Monday. They're going to send you over a copy of the scripts and the music on Friday. If you can just brush up on West Side Story, because you're going to be basically a director within the show, teaching the whole of West Side Story. Because if you can just quickly learn the script and all the parts and the music by Monday, that'd be fabulous, darling. Okay, love you, bye.
So, the tallest building in the world is in Dubai, 828 metres tall, called, I believe, the Burj Khalifa. Have I said that right? Who knew?
Cheryl, just had Catherine's people on the phone. They want to use your belligerence about everybody associating you with Heather Trott. And I said, that's fine. I said, Cheryl's ever so easy going, and she's happy to laugh at herself. She's got broad shoulders. Hope that's okay. Okay then. All right then. Bye. Love you. Bye.
So, UK National Curriculum, Geography for 5-year-olds. And I quote, Asia is the biggest continent in the world. There are many countries in Asia. One of those countries is China, which is where Shanghai is. Shanghai is a really busy place. Lots of buildings in Shanghai are very tall skyscrapers. Shanghai, tall skyscrapers. Who knew?
Hi, Cheryl. So, just heard back from Catherine. She loved doing the workshop with you the other day, just to make sure that the script was authentic in your voice. She says that you effed and jeffed a bit more than she remembered, and I sort of batted that way, and I said, oh yes, she's very authentic, very gritty, but she likes that about you apparently, and she's put the she's put a C-bomb in the first episode. I did say that I would just get that cleared away for you, just check that you were okay to say the C-bomb. Yeah, and she makes a bit of a reference to you looking like an inmate, but I said that won't bother you, I said Cheryl's got broad shoulders, she's got a fantastic sense of humour, and great, alright, okay, I'll let Catherine know that's more than okay. Okay, lots of love, see you soon.
So there are 118 elements at the moment in the periodic table, 92 of those found in nature, the rest created in laboratories. If you combine 2 or more elements together, that creates what we call a compound. For instance, sodium and chlorine. Sodium chloride creates salt. Sodium and chlorine, salt. Who knew?
Cheryl, I did get onto the Golden Globes. You know, they've had Ricky Gervais for 7 or 8 years, and I said my Cheryl can be equally as belligerent, and they seem to be all over that, so I'll see if I can set something up for you. Well, Cheryl, Taron Egerton and his people have been on the phone. They've got a film coming up. They'd quite like you to play the baddie. I said, oh, Cheryl would love that. That would be such a departure from Heather Trott. So much fun playing a baddie, isn't it, in a pantomime or whatever. But it would be like a James Bond-esque type villain. So got that's come through for you. Yes, I'm just having an argument with Catherine's people about the billing. Yes, she did write, produce and play 8 characters in it, but to my mind you are the star of the show, my love. I'm trying to get a bigger font in a brighter colour and for it to be on the screen a little bit longer.
These beans are actually haricot beans, and in America they're called navy beans because they were popular with sailors.
Last episode, it turns out that it's a bit of a comic tragedy. Well worth watching Cheryl Ferguson in Hard Sell on Netflix. Binge watch the entire series. You will never guess the ending. Cheryl, I am so sorry I made you learn the whole libretto, potato for West Side Story. They've decided to go with a collaborative devised piece, and I said, oh yeah, Cheryl will do that. Cheryl's marvellous. She's got a bit of a background in karaoke down at the local Chinese, and I think she taught for a while at a rough comprehensive school out I want to say Hayes, I don't know. I said, yeah, Cheryl will be all over that. She loves a good sing-song, does our Cheryl. And what I think you should do, Cheryl, because you've got to devise it, is try and rip off one of the songs from Bad Girls. You were marvellous in that with Yateley Amateur Dram Society, and I think that will be a good one to go with. Just change the words to fit whatever the message is. There'll be a guy called Martin there who's a very accomplished musical director. He'll be your sidekick, I gather. Not the best pianist in the world, but you know.
Tony the trophy animal. You like my beard? I've been growing it over the last few months, not been going out, and I hear beards are all the rage.
When my head teacher falls in love with the new science teacher and keeps interrupting the classes.
118 elements. So there are 100.
How's everyone getting on? Alright, all working hard? Yeah? Good. How's Ryan? How is he?
Which one of you's Ryan?
Good. Get on you.
So, out of these elements...
Anyway, miss, I'm off to get coffee. Do you want anything? Yeah, usual. Alright, I've got you. See you in a bit.
91 of these elements are of course made in a brown. I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be purple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be purple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be purple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like.